What's up guys, today we're going to prepare the ultimate traditional African dinner. But before we get to that, I wanted to share with you a little bit of the harvesting beans process as requested by most of you from the previous video. So if you are here for the food and the food alone and you don't want anything to do with harvesting beans or an update on the life that I'm living here off grid, you can skip to the 7th minute. But if you want to see how I harvest beans and a little bit of the process, then keep watching. What's good? In a second, I'm gonna be explaining to you why I'm putting on this crazy dress code. So I'm harvesting beans right now and I'm taking you along so that you can see how I'm doing it. But first of all, you must dress like crazy. So first of all, I'm harvesting the beans that were planted with the maize. And you can see the maize are really grown. So that means that the leaves of the maize are gonna be cutting you everywhere. So you have to cover as much of your body as possible. And I'm putting on the cape because of the sun. I don't want it blinding my eyes. And let me show you my feet. Look at my feet. So I've been harvesting the beans for about 30 minutes now, and I just decided that maybe I should come take the camera and show you how I'm doing it. So let's go. So these are the maize that were planted with the beans. Now in some countries people call them corn, but I think in my country we call it maize. This piece of land is quite, the place that we planted is quite special. It's a big place, so let's get in and start doing the harvesting. Okay, so as I said, I had harvested some of it for about 30 minutes. Let me show you the lot that I had harvested. So these are the beans that I have been harvesting, and as you can tell, I'm harvesting by uprooting the whole bean plant. So because of the sun, you probably might not be able to see it well. This is the bean plant. You can see the bean pods, and I'm uprooting the roots. So let me show you the ones that I haven't uprooted yet. Now I figured out that this was my last line that I had uprooted. No, actually it is this one. So we're starting from this line. So you can see the beans are pretty difficult to locate, but for someone like me who I'm familiar with all this process, you can see like in this case we have the bean right here. So you just uproot the whole plant. You can uproot with the weeds, but not really a lot of weeds. Then here you have your beans uprooted. Now I'm going to do this for the whole of this place. Now I'm just about here, but I have to uproot up to that end. I don't have to do it in a day, but probably I'll take about 2 days. That is today and tomorrow. And from here to the other end is about, I would say, 20 meters. I'm not sure. So yeah, it's a pretty big place. So let's go. So after harvesting the way I just have done, we dry the beans. Then after drying the beans, we trash the beans with a stick, just like you saw me do in the previous video. Then after that, we take out the beans, and the pods that remain, we burn them to make a spice that I'll be using in this video to cook some of the food that we are cooking in this video. Now this video is about cooking, it's not about bean harvesting, but I'll just be showing you the process as we go along with the cooking. So without further ado, let's get back to cooking. Peace. This is quite a hassle. I'm just sweating like a pig. What's up? So today we are supposed to film the cooking video, but just before I started filming, it started raining. And it's been raining for 2 hours. So right now it's about 6 p.m. I would have filmed today that video, but if I have to start filming now, then it will get dark in 1 hour and I'll not have finished cooking the food. So that means that it will be postponed or carried forward to tomorrow. And tomorrow I'm gonna just do it in the morning. I don't care because I've been postponing this video since last week. So I'm sorry for the inconvenience because I was supposed to upload it today, but I'm gonna upload it tomorrow. I hope you guys understand. It's still drizzling, but I'm just gonna go sit in the veranda and watch the sunset. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. The sunset is so beautiful, and I just wish it was not drizzling because I'll just sit right here, get some data bundles, go on Instagram and just start scrolling Instagram as I enjoy that view. Just see that sun. So cute. Anyway, the weather didn't allow us to film our video, but tomorrow, first thing, filming the video very early in the morning at about 8 a.m. Today we are preparing 3 dishes, and what I like to do before I start cooking is preparing all the ingredients that I'm going to use in the cooking process and making sure that I have all the spices that I'm going to use during cooking. So let's do that. So we have some milk, tomatoes, and this is a secret spice that I'll be telling you about as we continue the video. So the first dish is pumpkin leaves, and that I'm sourcing from my garden. So let's go collect some pumpkin leaves and some green onions. So it is very easy to harvest the pumpkin leaves. You just look for that one that is very soft and close to the tip, then you cut it with a knife. So let's take, for example, this one. You just cut it with a knife, and that's it. You have your leaf there. So now we have our pumpkin leaves and our green onions that we are going to be using for all the 3 dishes that we are cooking today. So I want to show you the process of preparing these pumpkin leaves real quick. So it is very simple to prepare the pumpkin leaves. What you do, you just grab the tip, you break it like that, and then you just pull it like that, and you do it for the rest of the pumpkin. You're just trying to remove the outer layer, which is a little bit coarse and it's not suitable for eating. After doing that, you grab like this and pull. You also grab the other side and pull the last one, and pull. Then after pulling, you take the stem that you're remaining with, you cut it. So this one is not good. So the leaf that you remove from the pumpkin leaf, I mean this part with this stem, this is okay. Let me do it for the other pumpkins leaves too. So we pretty much have all the ingredients we want except just for one ingredient, and that is this secret ingredient. So this is an instrument, or it is just a setup that is used to make the wood ash solution, which is simply you put in here ash from the bean pods that I was burning in my previous video. Then you put water, then the solution that comes out is used to cook this type of vegetables. So let's get the ash. So as you can tell, I just filled this with the ash from the bean pods that we burned the other day. And I'm gonna just put it on this plate, then I'm gonna fill it with water. So now we literally have the fire running behind me, and we also have all the ingredients that we need to cook these pumpkin leaves. So we are cooking it the traditional way. So first of all, the first thing we will do is put them in a cooking pot. Then after that, we're gonna put a little bit of onions on top, just a little bit. Then we will put a little bit of tomatoes on top, just a little bit. Then we'll put a little bit of cooking oil, just maybe one lid, no, a half a lid actually, cooking oil. And then lastly, we put some salt, just a little bit of salt. Actually, that was not lastly. Lastly, we will finish with milk, and we first of all start with the cream. Then we put a lot of milk. Yeah. So after doing this, we'll just cover it and put it on the fire. So it's been boiling for about 2 minutes. Now this is the solution that has been extracted from the wood ash. Now it is very, I don't know, sour. I don't know really, I don't know the term. It's not bitter, but you put just some of it in the vegetables. So we just sieved and put some of it in the vegetables. Now you must be careful not to put a lot with regard to the taste, or I mean, you first of all taste it by drinking a little bit of it so that you know how intense it is. So we're gonna let that boil for about 20 minutes and it will be ready. Simple as that. So this is the second dish of the day, and it is simply beans. So these beans have been boiled. We just have to fry them. Then there's something that I'll do to them that you'll just see in the next few minutes. So we're gonna add in just a little bit of oil, a little bit of the green onions. Now I love the green onions because they always have that, you know, onion flavor. Then a little bit of salt. I like adding salt just immediately because I usually end up forgetting to add salt. Then we'll just give it a stir, a little bit of stirring. And after that, we're gonna add our beans. Last but not least, we'll add in the ash solution. Then after that we'll add in some water so that we bring it to a boil. So after the beans has been boiling for about 3 minutes, the thing that you do is you smash the beans and actually you just make a paste. So I like using the cup to mash the beans to make that paste. So you finally will end up with a paste that looks like this, and it's ready. Now on to our last dish, which is actually sardines. So we're gonna be using the propane gas or the propane tank to cook the sardines because they really need low heat. Regulating heat on using the firewood stove is a bit challenging. So let's get into it. So first of all, we will add some hot water to the sardines. The sardines are usually not too clean, so the hot water really cleans them up. So to cook sardines, we can add a little bit of cooking oil to a pan. And make sure the pan is just at low heat. Then after a few minutes, we are adding the sardines. Put the sardines on a separate plate. Put the pan back on the stove, add in a little bit of oil. Add in a little bit of the green onions. Then add in your tomatoes. You'll have to stir for a while till the tomatoes and onions cook. After that, you can add in your sardines that you had already fried. Then we'll add in this traditional ingredient that we've used in the previous dishes. This is the ash solution. After that, give it a stir for a while, let it cook for about 2-3 minutes, and we're good to go. Oh, I forgot to say that you add in a pinch of salt. Where am I rushing to? Now this is the I would say the main course. It's called Ugali. That is in Swahili, and also that is in Swahili. Now I've heard people say that it's called maize meal in English, but that's not confirmed. So what you do, you just add water to a pot. In my case, I did 2.5 cups, and let the water come to a boil. Now you add in a little bit of maize flour so that when the water boils, you can see the flour starts doing some jigglish things, and it's boiled. So after that, you add in more flour as you start stirring with your cooking stick. So as you can tell, my fire was not, that pretty much strong. Your fire should be strong, especially at this crucial stage when you're cooking ugali, because you need the water to mix with the flour with a very consistent texture so that it doesn't leave lumps of flour in the future. That is after you finish this stage. So this stage, make sure that your fire is so strong. Then you might want to really stir vigorously at this stage so that the water, as I said, mixes pretty well with the flour. This is a very crucial stage in cooking of this particular food. Now I know my explanation is not that good, but yeah, this is basically it. Now, in my case, I really like the ugali to be a little bit hard. Let me just say hard. That's the only word that can come to my head right now. So in my case, I like the ugali to be a little bit hard, because, strong. Now, the other people, like, my mom likes it to be just not hard, just a small, a little bit not hard. Yeah. So, of course, I didn't record the whole part of me cooking the ugali, but I'm just gonna have to put it that way. So, guys, I'm finally done with the cooking. So here we have the ugali, which is the maize meal, which is actually the staple food in my country. Here we have the sardines. Then here we have the mashed beans. And here we have the pumpkin leaves. So there's only one thing remaining. One secret surprise that I've been keeping from you all this time. And that is the sour fermented milk. Now, for those who don't know, this is actually called a guard. Like, not a guard like the one who stands at the door, but I just try to put the spelling of the word there. So it's called a guard, and it is used to ferment milk in my country. So we have a little bit of fermented milk in here that I'm going to share with you guys. So first of all, this milk has been fermenting for 2 days. It can't get you tipsy. It is just so sour. So first of all, what you do, you shake before you open. I want you to hear the sound that will come out when I open it. What? Oh my goodness. Did you hear that? Oh, so we have fermented milk in there. Let me just serve myself some. Amazing. So I'm gonna wash my hands and we're gonna start feasting on this amazing food plus this amazing milk that has been fermented for 2 days. I'm sorry, guys. I just finished eating, then discovered that the camera was not recording. I'm really sorry. No, just kidding. Let's eat. Today is the day, bro. I don't know if I'm gonna be finishing all this food because it's a lot. So sweet. There's the taste of milk, the taste of the green onions, and a little bit of that pumpkin leaf taste. Now, the posho, the ugali doesn't really have a taste. It's just like, it is just that. So take a little bit of that. Little bit of the mashed beans. Little bit of the sardines. So as you can see, I just ate a little bit of the food and I'm challenging myself to try and eat all this food. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but let me just try to challenge myself to eat all this food. So the sardines are, they taste a little bit smoky, which is perfect. And the onions, I don't like them, fully done, and the tomatoes, and that is just perfect for me. Now, when you come to the mashed beans, they're just so salty, they have that earthy flavor coming from the wood ash solution. Now, this is just amazing. I just already told you how it tastes. The ugali is a little bit plain, but that's how it is, you know. It just has to go with all this. So we have a proteins, we have vitamins, and a little bit of carbs here. So let me try and see if I can clear this plate. Hey folks, I think we're done with this video. This has actually been the most, like the toughest video for me to make since I started the off-grid living series, like the living off-grid series. So do consider supporting me by subscribing to this channel and liking the video, and also there are other support links in the description. If you really love my videos, go ahead and support. This is the segment where I answer some of your questions, but we had a lot of questions asked from the previous videos, but I believe that I answer some of them in the comments and in this video too. If there are any other questions, let me know so that I answer them in the second video, because this video is way too long and I'm just wondering how I'm gonna upload it. So I think we'll have to end it here. I do love you guys. Thank you for the support, for those who are supporting me, and I really appreciate you. If you have any other video ideas, actually this video was an idea from one of you. Like one of you just asked me to try and prepare, you know, the African foods and do a video about it. So if you have any other ideas, let me know in the comments, because you are the guys who watch these videos and you know what you want. If you vote this far, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Peace, and I'll see you on Saturday, because on Friday we have a crazy video coming. I just feel like I could talk the whole day, but I'll say goodbye.